Well, hello there. I'm Pete LaFrance, the old growler, and welcome to Meeting Expectations. If this is your first time here, what we do is we take a look at a can of beer or bottle of beer, and we read the label very carefully and see what the brewery is trying to sell us. Then we crack it open and see if it meets expectations. If you enjoy this type of a program, please click on the subscribe button and the bell. That way you won't miss any of our presentations. And a thumbs up is really appreciated. All right, for those of you who have been here before, let's see what we've got. Today, it's from Peak Organic Brewing Company. They're The Juice Hazy Dry Hopped Pale Ale. Now, I notice you're not calling it an India Pale Ale, not an IPA. This is a hazy, dry hopped pale ale. It's got the USD organic seal on there. Local sourcing, bright, juicy hops, certified organic, the best ingredients in beer. A hazy, dry hopped pale ale. So they're dry hopping it at the end. So I don't know whether there'd be a lot of flavor, whether there'll be any hops in the actual flavor in that, or it's going to dominate with the aromatics. Okay, it's a pale ale, 5.8% alcohol by volume. A government warning that if I'm operating a machine, I shouldn't, and if I'm pregnant, I shouldn't drink it, so I guess I'm safe. Oh, Peak Organic Brewing Company, LLC, Portland, Maine, certified organic. Well, they don't tell us anything except for the alcohol content, and that it is a dry hopped, which would lead me to believe a more aromatic hop. You put if you put the hops into the first boil in there, you're going to get you're going to get a lot of bitterness into the liquid itself. Where if at the end you have the very volatile hop oils that you're trying to capture. So I'm imagining that this is going to be more aromatic than heavy in the flavor, and certainly a nice hazy ale. So let's crack this open and see if it meets expectations. What I do here a little differently than most folks is most folks will. Oh yeah, we always use the same style of glass, and that way no beer is an advantage for either being able to see it or appreciating the aromatics. Well, anyways, as I was saying, most folks, what they do when they taste beer or wines, they take a look, then they sniff, then they sip, and then they pontificate. Well, what we do here is we see, then sip, and then sniff. Why? Master Sommelier Fred Dex will explain it all to you right there. Okay, let's pour this in and see what we've got. Well, it's not too hazy here. Wow, wait a minute. Do we have us a nice clear beer, ale, IPA? It's certainly got a lot of it's got a lot of carbonation there. That's for sure. It's not crystal clear, but it's not a it's not a hazy one either. So let's see. It's a hazy, dry hopped. Well, okay, it's hazy. That's for sure. Okay. I don't know if I ought to wait for the head to go down or just dive in. What do you say? Dive in. Cheers. Well, I'll tell you, this is a 5-second beer. It takes 5 seconds for all of the flavors to kind of go, hi there. But it's a complex flavors. I'm trying to sort out the usual suspects, and they're not there. You know, I'm looking for, say, Cascade, or for grapefruit, or lime, or mango, or banana. None of them there. Well, banana is more of an ester, an aromatic. take a second sip. This is definitely an ale. There's no question about that. In that it does have quite a bit of aromatic to it. There is more aroma to this than there is flavor. That's what you said, didn't you, Peter? Yeah, I know. Okay. Yep. There's a nice symphony, though, between the two. Or should I say symbiosis between the two, because when you get the aroma and when you get the flavor, it forms a totally different experience. So I must say that this is an intriguing beer. I really like what they've done. The alcohol content at 5.8 doesn't make it a session beer, but I would certainly. It's also refreshing. It's not dry. It's a very pleasant surprise. I have a tendency not to rotate towards specialty things such as organic this or organic that, but I think Peak has done a very good job. So, did the juice come through? The hazy dry hopped pale ale from Peak Organic Brewing Company? Yes, it did. I'm Pete LaFrance, the Old Growler, hoping all of your beers meet expectations.